and I'm back with another video. Okay, before we even get started, I just want to say, if you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, thank you for coming. And I hope that by the time I finish this video, you will have subscribed. But while wait, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Also, disclaimer, I'm sick, so I don't plan on doing a lot of sniffling and sneezing, but if I do, I apologize in advance. I am just now at the beginning stages of me getting sick, so you know how that goes. Excuse me. All right, so this is Growing Up Hip Hop Season 5, Episode 8. So this episode starts out again where the other episode left off. So TT is an asshole. TT is a whole asshole for what she's doing to Egypt. Like, and now she feels like, oh, I'm so sorry, Egypt, I made a mistake. Or like, girl, don't nobody want to hear that. You done made me late. Like, Egypt's not even mad about the proposal because she don't even know, right? What Egypt is mad about is the fact that she's late. You know, and of course, TT's not going to tell her she made her late. But in the confession, she's like, she's like, I'm so sorry. I mean, like, I didn't mean to take it this far, but you did. Like, come on, girl. You did. So, Twist feels like Sam is taking the spotlight off of Egypt and that she shouldn't be going under Sam's wing, that, you know, she should be having her own platform, her own shows, because she's hip-hop royalty, because her dad is Tretch and her mom is Pepper. So they're basically like, they feel like Sam is using Egypt, and they're like, Egypt should not be sharing a show with Sam, and Sam should not be, you know, headlining in this show. It should be the Egypt show and not the Sam show. So that's basically how, you know, they feel about that. Sam is performing, and I don't know how I feel about his music. I'm just like, bro, well, I mean, it's not my genre of music, but you know, some people probably like it. So but for me, I could barely understand some of the things that he was saying, so I was like, yeah, it's a no for me. So they arrived to the show, and then they asked Egypt for ID, and she's like, oh, I don't have my ID. And I'm like, oh, Egypt might not get into this show. But of course, editing, they cut to another scene. So Angela and her mom are shopping for Tanice's wedding night. They are in a lingerie store. They're actually gonna buy her, you know, lingerie or maybe a little sex toy or whatever, just for her and JoJo to enjoy their wedding night. And then she's talking to her mom, and and this was kind of a kind of sad scene, because she's telling her mom that her son asked about his dad, and then that her son actually asked her if his dad was dead, because if you remember, Angela's ex-fiance was killed in Atlanta. He was shot in his driveway in Atlanta. So now that he's getting older, he's starting to ask questions about his dad, and I think that's sad. I think that's really sad. And then her mom asked her what happened with Romeo, and she's like, what? So you know, Sam has on this Joker makeup, and everybody has something to say about this makeup, but I just feel like it's just a part of his character. And he was explaining how he's the Joker, and Egypt is his Harley Quinn, and so, like, you know, that is why he wears the makeup. And if he and Egypt like it, I mean, and if his fans like it, then I'm like, why not? Go ahead. It's your world. We just living in it. Alright, so the people tell Egypt if she doesn't have her, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm jumping around. I'm not. I just like to go in the order of the things that happen. And so I don't like to, like, so if they cut from one scene and go to the other scene, I'm going to do the same thing. So if you're watching and you don't understand what I'm doing, I like to go in sequential order, in the order that it happens on the show. So they let her in because they told her if she didn't have her ID, it was fine as long as she wasn't drinking. And Sam is in the confessional. If TT had anything to do with this, you know, it's going to be an issue. And I was like, well, bro, you might as well get ready, because TT did have something to do with it. And it is going to be an issue because she just basically tried to ruin your proposal, but it didn't quite work out for her. Sam finally proposes, but the way he did this proposal, I think he could have did it a little bit better than that. He just was like, I got a question for this lady, and then he just was like, Egypt, will you marry me? And I'm just like, well, he did it like, I feel like a proposal should be like something really nice. I don't know if he was like hyped up and he just, you know, forgot what he was gonna say or whatever, but I don't like the way that he proposed, but she accepted it. So it's not what I like, it's not what anyone else likes, it's what she likes, and she accepted it. So obviously it was fine with her. Brianna was not of course of course Egypt said yes, and Brianna was not happy, so she left the show. And everyone is reacting to the engagement, and they're all saying how they feel like Sam used Egypt and is using Egypt, and I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, he could be, but the way he was talking about her last episode, I don't think so. I think he genuinely loves her. I think he does. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but let's hope not. So, of course, Egypt has to call her mom, and she's like, I'm Mickey! And then they start screaming like, ah! I'm sorry if I hurt your ears. And I'm like, bro, seriously? Y'all hurting my ears. And so, they just, like, so happy about this engagement. And then she's like, and Peppa's not there because Peppa's actually on tour. And she asked her mom, she's like, Mom, did Sam ask you? And she was like, yeah, he asked me. And she was like, did he ask Dad? And she was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, so we have your blessing. And she's like, yeah. So she was happy, Egypt was happy that she has her family's blessings for this engagement. TT and Tyron are not happy or for the engagement, but now TT says that she will accept it for the sake of Egypt, but she's still gonna investigate Sam. Bro, y'all can't let this go. At this point, y'all tried to stop the engagement. It didn't work. She said yes. Now you saying you gonna still investigate this man and try to find something to break the engagement off so they don't get married. It's like people are really miserable. Like, worry about yourself. Worry about your business. Get you some business and stop worrying about this girl's life. Like, I know y'all love her, but dang, like, this is too much. It's too much. So, my thing is, like, how can she say that she will accept it, but she's still going to investigate him? That doesn't make sense. And then, when the hell, TT, did you become a private investigator? That's what I want to know. So Brianna texts Egypt, of course, because she's not happy, and she tells Egypt she needs to talk to her. And Egypt says, okay, but I'm not gonna let this ruin my night, so I'll talk to her later. Egypt. So back to Angela and her mom. She tells her mom that Romeo and her are no longer friends, and her mom is asking her why. And, you know, she kind of explained the situation, but she really didn't explain the situation. I guess she didn't really want to get too deep into it. And then she tells her mom about Egypt and Sam's engagement. And they check out of the store that they're in and they leave. That's basically all that happened. So Vanessa and Denise are talking. And Master P texts Vanessa and says that he wants to meet with her. Basically, it's a business thing that her and Master P have going on. So they talk about the engagement of Sam and Egypt because, of course, now this is the hot topic for everyone. And so everyone, and then even her, they were like, what's on his face? And I'm like, why everybody care about this makeup? Like, it's makeup, it's a part of his performance. But anyways, everybody like just stuck on it. So they're talking. They talk about, of course, Egypt and Sam's engagement leads to a talk about about her and JoJo's marriage. And she said that she doesn't know if she still wants to get married because she doesn't want to get married to get divorced. She basically was saying that JoJo is still pressuring her, to have another child. And she, she cares about his feelings, but she's scared for herself because this time she kind of got emotional about it, excuse me, and she kind of explained how she just her first pregnancy, she had to have an emergency C-section. It scared her, and surgery is a big deal, which it is. And she just basically was saying like she doesn't want to go through that again. She's basically scared. So I think she needs to let JoJo know that. She needs to talk to him and let him know that she's scared, and not just like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. Like, give him a reason why. Excuse me. TT and Tyran, they're waiting for the car, and Sam and Egypt approach them. TT apologizes to Sam. Sam apologizes to her, and they make amends. But we all know that TT is still planning on investigating Sam, so these amends will probably be short-lived. They tell TT that they're not getting married right away. Excuse me. That they're gonna wait at least 1.5 to 2 years, and TT doesn't buy it. TT doesn't think that they're gonna wait to get married, and she says that she has to do whatever she needs to do to end this engagement. Dame Dash and his girlfriend are talking about her pregnancy. So she finally did get pregnant, because they were talking about it last season. So she finally did get pregnant, and basically talking about the changes in her body and how much he likes some of the changes that she's having in her body. And he also says that he wants to get married right away, but he's waiting on a certain ring to get her. I don't know why. I'm sorry, y'all. My throat is like, on fire. So then they get on the top. I don't know why they feel like they have to wait for a certain ring, but some people are just like that. Like, I'm just like, as long as it's a ring that came from the heart, like, it shouldn't matter. But some people are superficial, so whatever. Then they get on the topic of Ava, and he says how much he misses her, and he talks about the situation a little bit, and he says how he's paying for her car, he's paying for her insurance, and she just has no respect for him, or she just feels like he shouldn't be able to see his daughter Tallulah. And I just feel like you need to, like, just basically kick her in the ass. Stop paying for her car. Stop paying for her insurance. If she wants to be an adult and make declarations against you, she doesn't need you. She doesn't need your money. Like, or if, like, she just doesn't need your support. I mean, I know parents do whatever they can for their children, but at some point, you have to let children stand on their own. I mean, she basically, she made a declaration against him, so obviously she don't need his money. Or she don't need him. Well, she needs him. She needs her dad, but who knows? So Angela goes to see her life coach, and she jumps right in and tells her about the encounter with her son, and she gets emotional. It is hard to not want to cry with Angela. It really is. She's talking about, like how he acts about it, and she doesn't really know how to explain death to a 3-year-old, and he's not really verbal, but he did ask her. He was like, she asked about his dad or whatever, and she asked him did he miss him, and he said yes, and so she showed him pictures and videos of him, and then he asked her, is he dead? That's like a stab in the heart. And people feel like kids don't know or kids don't understand, and that's not true. Kids are very observant, and kids understand a lot. So I just feel like, and she said she did tell him yes, he's dead, and I just feel like that's the right thing to do. You don't want to hide things from kids and lie to them about it, because that will only make it worse, So they talk about it for a little bit more, and then her life coach asks her about her love life and her business. She tells her that her love life is basically non-existent, and she asked her about Romeo, and she just was telling her how Romeo, the whole situation with Romeo, I'm not going to keep rehashing it or whatever. But the therapist feels like Romeo cares about Angela, but he has a hard time showing it. So her therapist suggests that she should reach out to Romeo, and she's like, I'm not reaching out to Romeo. Romeo is not reaching out to me, so why should I reach out to him? And I'm just like, okay. I mean, I understand how he did her at the party was wrong, so I understand why she wouldn't want to reach out to him. So that, to each his own, and I feel like she has that right. So her therapist suggests that she just write a letter to him and not give it to him, and when she's ready to release all of that and totally be done with him, to just rip the letter up and then throw it away and then be done with the whole situation. And I think that's a good idea. Like, just write it out, write how you feel, write it on a piece of paper, and when you're ready to be done with it, tear it up. Hell, burn the shit too while you at it. So TT and Vanessa are meeting, and they're having convo and wine. So adult, right? They get on the topic of Egypt's engagement, and she of course gives Vanessa the whole rundown, and she tells Vanessa how they accused her of being in love with Sam and all this other stuff, and we're not gonna rehash that. We already done been there. Vanessa says she can't believe that Egypt and Sam thought that TT wanted Sam. I was like, nobody believed that. I don't know where they got that from. Nobody believed that TT wanted Sam. So she tells Vanessa, well, so Egypt's having her 21st birthday party, and I'm going, but I need you to go with me as my backup, because I don't want to go by myself. I don't feel comfortable going by myself, and I feel like something's gonna go down. So Vanessa agrees, to go with her, and she tells her about her opportunity with Master P, but she doesn't know if she's gonna take the opportunity, Vanessa, because of the situation with Romeo and her sister. And I'm like, girl, family is family, yes, but don't let nothing stop your bag, okay? Secure the bag before anything. So if you want to take that role, take the role. Don't let other people's personal issues get in the way of your money. So Vanessa decides to go and meet with Master P. They talk business for a little while. Then she brings up Angela and Romeo, and Master P is kind of like, I feel what Vanessa was saying. He's kind of downplaying it. He's not taking it as serious as Vanessa feels like he should. He was like, he don't understand why JoJo was so rah-rah outside of the club that night. He don't think JoJo is gangster. He thinks that Rev Run is more gangster than JoJo. I guess he was saying that because JoJo was like, he was really upset about how Romeo treated Angela, and he like he was going to pop off, but he didn't. And then he feels like Romeo and Angela just need everyone to stay out of their business, which is true. And, stop trying. Everybody needs to stop trying to put them together. He says that both of them have other things that they need to be focused on. Like Angela should be focused on healing from the death of her child's father, and Romeo needs to be focused on his career. And she said that Romeo told her that he no longer wants to be friends with Angela, and Master P said he thinks it's something different. He thinks that Romeo does still want to be friends with Angela, but he basically just said everybody needs to mind their own business and they need to stop worrying about Angela and Romeo. So, and I agree. But that is the end of this episode, and I want to thank everyone for watching. If you made it to the end, thank you very much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already done so. And if no one else tells you that they love you, Asheray loves you. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.